after the excavation, the next thing that we needed to do was to pour our slab. Now, in addition to that, we wanted to make sure that we had really a deeper area for the footing. So we ended up, after the other video got over, digging down an additional 6 inches and probably 12 inches wide. Because more of the weight of the walls goes down on that point. This right here, this is just a 5-inch slab, and that'll be a nice floor. But as far as for the weight of the walls, we just wanted a little more to that. And then we went ahead and dropped rebar down inside of that inset portion and built our form that we were going to pour into, and did rebar every couple feet this way and then every couple feet this way as well. Now, one of the really important things with the rebar is that none of it sticks out of the concrete, because if it does, then the rust can get in, and that can reduce the structural integrity of your building. One thing that we did learn is that it's best to have multiple people there to help flatten out your concrete. Ours isn't completely level. For one thing, we didn't have a float, and so we were doing it with just a trowel. There was a huge weight, and so we dealt with it the way that we could. But even though we don't have a completely level surface, on the edges underneath the bricks, we'll be able to use mortar to level that. And on this portion here, once we're done with the walls, we're going to pour a leveling agent, and then we'll have nice level floors, and so it should be just fine that way. After the concrete had a chance to dry, what we did is we went ahead and placed all of our cinder blocks where we knew we were going to want them, and drilled a hole in the concrete just enough to tie in our walls with rebar into the slab. And so that will help with the structural integrity again, you know. And we did it in every other hole, and we'll be pouring concrete in those voids as well later. And so we'll go ahead and show you that later. So we ended up having to dig out the stairs a little bit more. And what we did is we dug them at an angle. We wanted to make sure we had a little porch area so that it was easier to get in and out, you know. Because we're planning on having our hands full of stuff. And we also made the stairs a little bit wider because of that. Because we wanted a wider stair, we had to make it just a little bit deeper here for the space that we had available. So ours is a 10-inch step, whereas what's really considered comfortable is somewhere around 7 or 8 inches. So the way we did it is we made just almost like a ramp. We made it diagonal going down, and just a little bit further in than we wanted the stairs. Then we actually built a form, put it in here. We'll show you some pictures here. And once the form was in, we put some rock around the edges so that it wouldn't spill out of the bottom. We put a wire mesh underneath. We tied it into the slab in the middle of the stairs here with our rebar. And I've got pictures here that we'll show you as well. And then when you pour the cement, you push in like 2 pieces of rebar. And anytime you add rebar to that, you're just adding to the structural integrity, making everything stronger. The hardest thing was probably getting it back off. We tried to keep the walls pretty close to where our forms were. And so using a chisel and a sawzall, I think that's about it. So our next step is starting to put up the walls, but I'm super glad that we have the stairs done, because now I can actually get in and out without having to have somebody shove me up.